This review is going to be on Steppenwolf, the final figures of the DC Universe Classics Series 11. Now, you see, of course, there's two versions of the figure. One being the classic comic book look style, and this one being the one based on the Superpowers collection of toys and the Superpowers Galactic Guardians Super Friends television show. First, we'll focus on, since he came first, the comics version. Very detailed, very nice figure. He's got this sash, and it's all connected to his cape. These nice thigh-high boots. Yet none of this really gets in the way of the articulation. You can see in there knee joint, and he still has the thigh swivel, and his legs go in and out, forward and back, where he runs into the skirt. They gave him little ruffles on his uniform. They look very nice, but they do get in the way of its posability because of this piece on his sash, and they restrict the bicep swivel, which is still present, but pretty much locked into just a tiny bit of movement. You know, he's got a fully posable, ball-jointed head. One of the few figures in this wave that has a lot of the up and down motion. Most just have the side to side, and you get a nice long tall cap. It comes with 3 accessories. His little electro whip, static whip, whatever it is. Very rubbery whip, but nicely colored in this silver chromish type color. And he has a sword, which again is very rubbery. I would have liked a little stiffer plastic there. The one bad point is I think he should have come with a little scabbard for his sword, or at least a little loop over here for his sword, so he could store it. And he comes with this horn. And said before in the opening, this is his comic book design, and it's designed by Jack Kirby, and he makes his first appearance in the New Gods #7 in 1972. He is the uncle of Uxas, put down here, and he leads the military of Apocalypse. Now, Uxas takes over Apocalypse and becomes the being known as Darkseid. And he follows Darkseid, and he continues his position as leader of the Apocalypse military for Darkseid. Now, this is how he appears in both the Superman animated series in Apocalypse Now episode, and the Justice League episode Twilight. Doesn't make any more appearances in those cartoons. However, he does show up in Batman the Brave and the Bold, looking like this as a champion of Mongol in not one, but 2 episodes. So it's unclear in that series just if he's connected to Apocalypse at all. So let's take a look at the Super Friends / Superpowers version. Totally different color scheme and look. Detailing in it with the spikes on his armor and sash and boots. For articulation, again, he's got shoulder pads that limit his bicep swivels, particularly this arm. Not so much as this arm, you get more range of motion. You can see his glove here. His whole glove turns as opposed to just the wrist. That's a nice little detail. Rest of him, just standard DC Universe Classics articulation. He does have waist articulation, but because of the belt and harness and stuff, it's very limited. And unlike his other figure, he does not have much head up and down posability, just side to side. The cool thing about this is that he comes with his little electro axe, and he holds it pretty well, even though this is quite flimsy, of that rubbery plastic. You can pop this out here of his hand and take a look on the backpack. You'll see a hook there that you can hook his axe into. I don't know exactly where. That's a good. Right like that. And I actually have the very close to the same backpack that the figure of the character had in the 1984 Superpowers line. This is a nice figure. Pretty cool that they went back and actually recreated the Superpowers figure. Although with one exception, the old Superpowers figure, if you pushed his legs together, he would have an axe chopping motion. They either had some, you'd squeeze their arms together and their legs would kick, or you'd squeeze their legs together and their hands would, or their arms would punch. Which one can I recommend over the other? That's a hard call to make. I'm more inclined to go with the classic comics look, because that's the one I know more. However, yes, fans of the old Superpowers toys, this is a great figure to have. Very different takes on the same character. So until my next review, so long.